Welcome back to the 5th video on the 505. As you can see today, we're in the air. Fantastic. Now normally we'd like to bring the aircraft to you and give you a demo, show you how great this aircraft is in person. Sadly, with the way things are, we can't do that at the moment, so we thought the next best thing, let's take you on a virtual demo flight and see how you enjoy it. Now we'll start to tie some of the previous videos we've looked at, the startup, the shutdown, the screens, everything else should start to come together on this flight. As all the videos, anything I don't cover, anything you'd like to know about, just get in touch. So the first part of a demo flight really is to get a feel for the aircraft, so you know how it feels when you lift off, how it's going to feel when you land. So first thing to do, just to take off and landing, just get a feel of how level it is, how much pedal you need. 505 comes off very square, beautiful to pick up, very square to land. Strong landing. When you're happy with that, the next thing that we'd like to show is a spot turn, so you get a feel for tail rudder authority. So we'll just do a turn to the left. Clear to the left, clear behind, spot turn left. Really good authority on this tail rotor. Now we'll try the same, spot turn to the right. Feels nice. We'll try a little bit sideways to the left. All clear to the left. This just gets you a really good feel of how she feels, what kind of control inputs you need. All done nice and gently. We're happy with that. Sideways back to the right. And the last bit of ground manoeuvres you want to have a look at is just a little bit of rearwards flight. We are clear behind. Just up a little bit to keep the tail clear. Beautiful. So when we're happy near the ground, the next thing we're going to look at is power. So we're going to reposition to the runway so we can have a look at the real performance of the 505. So one of the things we talk about on the 505 all the time is power. It has so much power. Now, the only way you can really show that on today, where we can't carry lots of passengers, is do a tower. So we're currently 120 feet above sea level, so we're not cheating and starting at 600 feet. And we're going to do a vertical climb using the 5-minute limit power to 1,500. Out of ground effect, we'll pull into a hover. From the hover, we'll go max continuous power up to 2,000 feet. So you can see we are set at 1020, 120 feet, sorry, which has given us a fair representation. Reasonably full on fuel, so let's see what happens. This won't take very long. So we'll start from the hover. And a nice stable hover before you do a tower so it's accurate. Let's go. Climbing beautifully, climbing 2,000 feet a minute at the moment. We're not quite using full power, you can see we've still got a few percentage left in hand. Just passing 800 feet. There's no wind today, we've got no wind advantage, you can see we've got 7 knots on the clock. Just coming up to 1,200 feet. Still climbing 2,000 feet a minute. Coming on to 1,500. There's 1,500. So we just get rid of that climb. We're still climbing 900 feet a minute with the lever down. And we'll pull ourselves into a nice hover. There we are, as good as in the hover. So we're now 1,580 feet, gone up a little bit just to stop the climb. We're now full max continuous power, so not the 5-minute limit. You'll notice the 5-minute countdown has disappeared from the screen. We're now climbing up just max continuous. We're going up at 1450 a minute, just passing 1900 now, still climbing, and there's 2000. There you can see, from an out-of-ground effect hover, just using max continuous power, this aircraft has so much power, it's phenomenal. And it will do that at any weight, do that at max all-up weight. Right, we're now just heading out to the south. On the last video we spoke about the screens, but obviously we were on the ground, so it's a bit hard to really see everything in action, so we'll just refresh our memory. At the moment we're still in engine page because we just did the tower, so it's good to be able to see what power we're pulling on a bigger scale than here. So we'll just put that back into map mode. So we can now see, here's our map, this is us, there's our compass rose, our profile is on the bottom, there's the little helicopter, and there's our first obstacle coming up, which is a mast, which is in front of us, which you can see here, and also here on the map. So you can see how that terrain profile is a really good feature when you're flying at night. Down the left hand side, temperatures and pressures, etc. Moving to the primary flight display, you can now see our airspeed is alive, ground speed, here's our wind direction showing a 2-knot crosswind on my right hand shoulder, 303 degrees. Our compass rose is alive, there's our actual heading, here's where our heading bug is set to, our QNH, altitude and VSI. So it all starts to make a bit more sense now you can see it actually working in flight. And what we can see as well, we're pulling 49% torque and we're doing 100 knots straight and level. So we're doing 206 speed or 44 speed, straight and level, 49% torque. Aircraft's on tick over. Now another thing we spoke about is the balance ball, and it can be a little confusing to begin with, so if I'll just put her a little bit out of balance. If you remember, I described it as a boat, so there's the keel of the boat, the sail on top, we can see the keel's out to the right, with the right pedal to tidy up. Same if I put her out of balance, using right pedal, keel goes out to the left, a little bit of left pedal, all comes back into balance. So it makes a bit more sense when you can see it actually in flight. When you get used to it, it becomes the norm. While we were on the ground, we also spoke about VORs and GPS and how to put the information on the screen, so let's take a look at that. We're going to use the nav and just call up Dover VOR because we're close to it, so 11495. Move it into the active window. Now at the moment I haven't told it I want to use it as a VOR, so remember we press CDI, VOR's come alive, it's telling us we need to tune it, so using our tune, bring the VOR in, there we now have it aligned, it's telling us a direct course to Dover is 177, it's telling us we're 6.2 nautical miles away from it, and it's confirmed we are on Dover. So that's how easy that is to call a VOR. That's just like tuning in an analog VOR. But let's say that we want to now go to LID, something else we looked at previously. So we can leave that as it is. We'll hit go to. Comes up to ask us where we would like to go. So let's call up Echo Golf, Mike Delta. Keeping an eye out the window, obviously. It says LID, so let's confirm that we'd like to go to LID. Activate it. We can see it's drawn a magenta line for us here to LID. We can see we're clearly going the wrong way. That's our profile box for the bottom, by the way. So if I now hit CDI again, there's our magenta line which is on the map. It's confirmed our speed is 110, our track's 182, direct track is treble 2. 12 minutes 34 seconds to get there, and over on this side it's confirmed the distance and the bearing. And down here we've got it confirmed as 22.7 miles away on LID. But let's just say I want to go back to the VOR, hit the CDI button, there it is again. It's so simple and so much clear information here. This is why glass is so much easier for you than analog, it really is. A great depiction there. Well, we're cruising along on this nice sunny afternoon. You can see France from here today, it's fabulous. We tell everybody this aircraft is fast, which it is. So let's have a look. So let's pull max continuous power. Do everything nice and gently, leave yourself a bit of room. Speed starting to build. We're in balance, we're not climbing, we're not descending. You can see we're just coming on to 117, 120. Got a slight climb on, so we're not helping ourselves there. 125. 128, there's 130, 131, we're straight and level, VSI isn't moving, we're 132 knots, straight and level, vibration levels haven't changed, nothing's changed, but we're doing 131 knots, 132, absolutely straight and level, no climb, no descent. This aircraft is seriously fast. On the demo as well, we want to see how the aircraft behaves in a turn. Gives you a good idea how vibration levels change, how the controls feel in a turn. We're going to try a left turn, just a nice gentle roll. We are clear to the left, we are clear above. Nothing's changed, vibration levels are good, aircraft's beautifully in balance. It's delightful. With these great big windows doing a turn, the visibility is just superb. We'll try one to the right. We are clear to the right, we are clear above. In a right turn, you can see everything. Really easy. Now, one thing we would show you on a demo normally would be a hydraulic failure. It's going to be kind of tricky to show you how it feels because you're not here. What we can show you is control forces. So if we stick around 100 knots, we've just got that indicated. 100 knots is a reasonably good speed for hydraulic failure. So I'm going to select hydraulics off. We are clear below, area is clear just in case. Hydraulics are now off. We can maintain straight and level. If I was here, I would go back to base. It's not heavy on, it is heavier, but it's not uncontrollable on the controls. It's certainly lighter than the 206, certainly lighter than the Long Ranger. So just to show that, let's just do a gentle turn to the right, keep all your manoeuvres nice and gentle on a hydraulic failure, there's no rush. Nicely balanced, not climbing or descending, speed staying pretty accurate. Oh, very, very easy. Certainly a lot lighter than many other aircraft. Gentle turn to the left. All very simple. I'm leaving slow down just a little bit. Control forces are good. Nicely balanced with hydraulics off. Okay, hydraulics coming back on, hydraulics on. So I've flown this helicopter now, the 505, for about 2 years. If I take my bell hat off and talk to you just as a helicopter pilot, this aircraft is one of the best aircraft I've flown, obviously in its class. It is just an incredible little helicopter. Power, speed, the more you fly it, it's so addictive. You just want to fly it more and more. You wonder why all aircraft don't have a button instead of a throttle, why all aircraft aren't this easy to start up, why they don't have this visibility, why they don't have these screens. It really spoils you, and I'm not saying that for any other reason. Talking to you as a pilot, it's an incredible little helicopter.